Paul Dennen has a question. So what's the community's thoughts on Gola these days? I remember when Immortality launched, people seemed to think it was broken.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Is that his whole question?
Yeah, that's his whole question.
To me, it doesn't seem to have the same clout that it did originally.
It definitely doesn't, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Zach, I think you were one of the biggest you were one of the biggest voices about it. You're very angry that it required so much rules. Like it required its own was it you or was it Alyssa? Like
I don't think that was me.
Okay, there was someone who was just
I overvalued it at first, but I don't think I was like thinking it's the craziest thing in the world.
I think everyone overvalued it at the start. Early on I had a game where I played Helena and I had Gola and Reverend Mother combo in a 9 card deck. And and this was since like round 4 or something, and I only could pull it off once, right? So it takes a lot of work to get to very broken scenarios, and even then I don't think the broken scenarios are too broken. Like even when you can pull the whole combo off, you can't really do anything with it.
Yeah, it's like I had an ECAS deck with Gola and Long Reach the other day, which was lots of fun, but people just learn to block the blues, and you need to draw it. It's awesome to get 4 bumps, but what are you going to do?
I mean, it does have the highest variance. It has probably the most possibility for just doing broken stuff, but it's so low possibility and niche that it's not that. I like that though. Like in a card design, I'm okay with something having balance between very rare that it's crazy. On average, it's below average 90% of the time. I'm okay with that. What are the broken ones? Long Reach, Gola, or Long Reach? Any complain about Reverend Mother, I guess.
Alpha DC. Yeah, so my own thoughts about Gola, I think Gola it's not as bad as people think it is, but it's also not really it's not really a must buy, right? It's like a second buy. Like if you have good on plays, then you kind of buy it, and you must have a few good on plays. What is a good on play? I think maybe anything that's worth 1 shipping bump, I think is a good on play. Or a faction bump, I think possibly. But even then, I think landing rights is alright. Or things like Legion, Saduka Legion, something like that. Like Saduka Legion with it makes.
Saduka Legion, actually, yeah. It's kind of funny. Saduka Legion is definitely below average, but it's definitely one that is really good with.
It's like you need
gives you a city space for it.
Yeah, it needs to have good on plays, and even drawing 1 card, I don't think is enough. It needs to be draw 2 cards, then it's good enough, right? So it needs to be either draw 2 or 2 troops or long reach equivalent, right?
There's not a lot of them.
Yeah,
maybe 10, 15 cards maybe.
Yeah, I mean you can show of strength is fine. Maybe. I think with Industrial Espionage is very good.
Yeah.
Industrial Espionage is probably the point in which you can consider it.
We all need to discard as well, don't we?
Below average usually, but are really good on occasion.
If you steal a VP or 2 from someone else in combat, then it's a good deal. Yeah. So the thing with the Tylexu cards which don't give scarabs or don't give cubes, right, or researchers, is that the moment you buy it, the Tylexu point becomes very hard to get. So what ends up happening is that you buy it, but you lose a VP on the scarab side unless you do some maneuvering or you have some other help. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I think Gola is not great. This is the same with Usurp. I'm just gonna pull open this deck and just look at some cards and put them back and shuffle, okay?
Okay.
All good.
This is the same with cards like Twisted Mentat, with Usurp, even with Beguiling Pheromones, is the moment you buy these cards, right, it's very hard for you to get back your cubes to get your point, unless you have some other help. So that's one of the reasons why Gola isn't good. But there are a lot of scenarios where Gola is good, right? And just
This is a tough decision.
I hate this game.
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Let me see. What round is it, man?
But Gola,
Red.
yeah, but Gola can lead to very feel bad moments for like, I think the main case is like when you play it together with
Yeah, I think so. Because the game's so short.
when you play it together with Reverend Mother, right? Then everyone discards 4. I think that's the most feel bad moment for everyone. Yeah, so Gola can lead to feel bad moments, but I think when it feels powerful moments, like it's only for the player who's playing it, right? Everyone else just feels it feels broken. But like when you actually play it, it isn't that broken. Which I guess makes it a good card, but the amount of rules that pop up due to Gola are like insanely high. I don't know how many questions you had answered because of
Just
Gola.
as my final action, do you guys mind if I put 3 troops into my garrison? I can't put them into the conflict or anything. It's just
I'm cool with it. That's it.
Yep, go ahead.
Man, sometimes I think that's why I'm prone to some bad plays at times. There's so much to think about in this game, and I don't think my brain is big enough to handle it.
I hate this game. I love your game, Paul, but this is the only mistake you made.
Yeah, sometimes I
Gola Experimentation isn't good for 3 cube card. It's a combo where you need to find a good combo. Yeah. So I think a lot of people buy when it's fun, but yeah, you need to buy like 2 other cards, like this card or this card. I think then it makes Gola very strong. But until you do, it's like let's say if you play it with Tufa, it's not great as well. Yeah, you do have to draw the combos, and the easiest probably is to stack Industrial Espionage with it. Industrial Espionage when Gola is like when they're side by side, and you're at the first generic marker, just buy both of them. Like instantly they pay for themselves, and like your next hand is totally fixed. So there are like a bunch of combination of cards that involve Industrial Espionage. On the Twaxuru that you buy immediately, and Gola's one of them. But most of the time when you can graft it immediately, and it's pretty good. You should just do it.